Hey guys, so welcome to story time. So the other day I went to work and I got report from the nurse. She was working from the day shift and she was gonna stay till 7 p.m. I arrived at work at 3 p.m. So she gave me half of her patients. So for the day shift she had 34 patients and we split the patients in half. So I think I had around like 14 or 16 and she had like 18, something like that, right? So, we were doing our work. I'm taking care of my patients. She's taking care of her patients. And then 7 o'clock, me and her went in the narc room together and we counted the narcs. So, for anybody who is not in nursing, narcs are narcotics, and we have to count the narcotics at the end of each shift. So, at the beginning of the shift at 3 o'clock, the half of the people she gave me, we counted those narcs that I was gonna use for the patients, right? And she kept the other half. And then when 7 o'clock arrived, the other half of people that she was taking care of, I had to count the narcs with her so she could leave. So when she left at 7 p.m., I was in control of 34 patients. And I had to give all those 34 patients their nighttime meds. And most of them do get narcotics before they go to sleep. Most people get like pain pills like tramadol, oxycodone, hydrocodone, morphine, maybe Ativan and Lyrica. Okay, so I gave everybody their meds. It took me a while because this job I just started working there because I worked through an agency. So it took me a little while because I wasn't familiar with the patients. So I had to take my time to just make sure that I gave everybody the right pills because I'm not really familiar with the patients, right? So I finally got done with my meds, and then 11 o'clock comes and the night nurse comes. So again, I have to give the nurse report and count the narcotics with her so she can start her shift. So while we're in the bedroom counting the narcotics, she started saying, "Oh, the count is off." So I'm like, okay, the narcotic count can't be off because I counted with the other nurse, and then everybody I gave pills, like I made sure in nursing we have to do it 3 checks. I made sure I did my 3 checks and I always sign my name and date like every narcotic I pop. So I have the book and then she has the blister pack and I'm like, okay, I think I said like 59 and she's like, no, there's not 59. So then I'm like, when I look at the blister pack, you can see big holes in the blister pack and I'm like, where did that hole come from? Like literally is a big ass hole, guys. Like so anyways, so I'm like, where did that come from? There was no holes in the blister pack. So I look, there's a big hole in the blister pack, and you can see one of the pill missing, like from in the middle. So I'm like,
That's suspicious. That's weird.
okay, that's weird. So I'm like starting to panic now because every nurse know losing a narc is like a big thing, right? So I'm like, oh my god. So I said to her, I was gonna panic, but then I said, you know what? I calmed down and I said, okay, just look in front of you because in the room that we're counting the narcotics, there's like a sink. So I said, okay, just look where you are to see if any, like if the pill fell out. So she said, okay. So she cleared everything, cleared all the pills because there was a lot of pills, and she seen the pill. The pill fell out. So she said, oh look, the pill fell out, right? So she took the pill up, we put it to the side and said, okay, we'll call a supervisor because we have to waste the pill. You need 2 people to waste the pill. And both of us said, you know what, we're going to call a supervisor because both of us work for agency. So we just want to call the supervisor to sign to watch us waste the pill since it's a narcotic. So then we put the pill to the side. But when we're putting the pill to the side with the blister pack, I noticed that there's another hole in one of the pills. So I'm like, wait, there's another hole. It's a big ass hole. So I'm like, wait, how's there 2 holes? There was no holes in this earlier when I counted with the other nurse. So guys, I was even thinking at the time, like, I'm like, where are these holes coming from? I was even thinking. So I'm like, okay, this is so weird. So we finished counting and everything was fine. And then we called the supervisor and we told her, like, can you come up? The pills fell out, so we gotta do something with the pills. So the supervisor was like, okay, whose pills is it? So we told her the patient's name that the pill was for. And then she said, well, that patient, always complains of pain. Can you look to see the last time the patient had a pill? And instead of wasting the pill, offer the patient one of the pill now. And then the second pill, because I think the patient can get the pill like every 6 hours. She was like, save the pill because the patient is probably going to want the pill throughout the night, when it's 6 hours. So she was like, instead of wasting the pill, we can just save the pill. So I had to call back the supervisor and I'm like, the nurse says she don't feel comfortable saving the pill. She just want to get rid of it. So the supervisor was like, okay, just the two of you guys just get rid of it because you need two people anyway. So the two of us can do it. And then she'll just come up and co-sign that we wasted the pill. So anyway, guys, we wasted the pill and everything, right? So then I'm driving home and I'm like, because it just doesn't sit right with me. Because I'm like, how could there be these big holes in this blister pack? There was no hole in the blister pack, right? And I'm thinking, and I can't figure it out. And I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I just realized that when I was giving a nurse report and she was writing down, like I was giving her information on all the patients and she was writing down, I just remember seeing her nails and I kept thinking about Cardi B. And I'm like, why am I thinking about Cardi B? The reason why I kept thinking about Cardi B is because Cardi B always has these fingernails, guys. The long fingernails. This is the nails that this nurse had. She had the long pointed ones. So guys, listen up. I don't know if you guys follow Cardi B, but I follow Cardi B on Instagram. And one time I seen her peel a mango with her nail, okay? Those nails are no joke, okay? And no joke thing. Now, if you're in nursing, you know that first of all, they don't even like us to wear false nails to work. Neither acrylic, much less the long pointed ones that look like vampire nails. So I'm like, holy shit. That's why the freaking pills fell out. The two pill that was busted, it's like one was her second finger and one was like her fourth finger. Because one pill was missing from the top, was busted from the top, and one pill was busted way in the middle. So that's why I couldn't figure out like how is these pill busting out like that. So when she was counting the narcs one by one, the hand that she's holding the blister pack must have been poking the back of the freaking narcotics, right? That's why the pills were dropping out. So I'm like, holy crap, it's her fingernails is busting out the pills. So I'm like, so I literally call my job, right? I call back and I said to the supervisor, I said, listen, I'm trying to call the floor that I was working on, but it's nighttime. This is like after 12:30, guys. It's night. And I said to her, listen, can you do me a favor? The nurse is really nice, and I know she's not gonna take this no type of way. Can you please? It's her fingernails that's busting out the pills. That's why I was like, how is these pills falling out? I was like, what in the world? Like, and guys, that shit stressed me out so bad. It stressed me out so bad. Like, if you're a nurse or a nursing assistant, or if you work in any healthcare system, you know how bad it is to when you're counting and they say you lose a narc. It's crazy. Like, that is reportable to the state. Like, you can't be losing no narc. Your count has to be right. You have to have the right amount of narcotics you're supposed to have. And it really like literally gave me a migraine because as a nurse, that's something that you don't want on your record is that you have a narcotic missing. So anyways, guys, that was my story for the day. And message to all the nurses. I know you guys love doing your nails, but please, these long nails with the pointy tips. I mean, you're gonna poke out a patient eye, like for Christ's sakes. Can we please put on some reasonable nails? I beg you.